So over the past couple of videos, we have talked about how to improve your CV and how to improve your LinkedIn. So right now I am crossing my fingers that your CV and your LinkedIn are amazing. So today we're actually going to focus on where you are applying. So you might be on LinkedIn, you might be on Indeed, and you're telling yourself, or you're telling me, Mo, is this it? And I'm here to tell you that no, it's not it. When it comes to your job search process, there are other platforms, and there are different platforms out there that you can use. So I want to make sure that you are on the right one, you are using it correctly, and you're spending your time wisely, because not every platform is for everything, and not one platform is for everything, if you know what I mean. So that is what we're going to be discussing on today's video. Hi there, my name is Momo, and over the past decade, I have been recruiting globally for both tech startups in their hypergrowth phase and for more larger established industrial organizations. So let's begin. So the first one that we're going to talk about is LinkedIn, of course. So when it comes to LinkedIn, it is really good for white collar jobs, very good for mid to senior level roles. Though at the moment I do see a lot of junior level roles, basically entry level roles that they're really good at as well. So it's amazing when it comes to those, and it's also really good for networking. So at the moment, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to be setting up. If you see me looking around, I am still here with you. I want to walk you through, okay? We're gonna be doing this together. So one of the other things that people do wrong whenever they're using LinkedIn is that they only apply to the jobs that have the easy apply button. And I'm going to show you what the easy apply button is and what the other option is, okay? But people like the easy apply button because it is easier, just as the name says. And then people also like applying to roles that have been open for such a long time. You see it, you apply to it. You see it, you apply to it, but you're not checking the dates. Because if it's been up for a very long time, then that means that they're probably in the interview stages, and they've narrowed down the candidates that they want to proceed with. And then the job is just there for formality's sake. Okay. The other thing that people are not doing correctly is that they are ignoring the networking side of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great networking tool. I talked about that in the previous video. If you've not watched the one about LinkedIn, go and watch that. I talk about the networking part of LinkedIn. And then another thing is that you're not paying attention to what recruiters are posting, not just the job posts, but what recruiters are posting on their platforms. If you are not networking with people, then you will not know what they have posted, and you will miss out on a treasure of things that will be posted for you. And I'm going to show you right now. So great. We are ready to begin. Sorry guys, I usually sing a lot. So you have been warned. You have been warned. I hope you can see my screen. So what I went ahead and I did, I put marketing. I love using marketing as an example. I think it's easy for people to understand. I've put marketing. So as you can see here, actually, let me do this. Let me just start from the beginning. Okay. So I have clicked on the beginning. And then let us put marketing. Great. So as you can see here, this is how the page looks like. This is from the from the desktop. So this is how the page looks like. I have put, let's say I am a marketing professional. I'm looking for a marketing job. So I've gone to LinkedIn and I've put, I'm looking for marketing. So it's showing me the jobs in the United Arab Emirates because that is where I am based. And you can actually change the location. If you want to look for jobs in different places around the world, you can do that. I am putting United Arab Emirates. That's where I am. That's where I'm based. And then there is a filter here that shows you when the role was posted. I would suggest that you pick within the past week. You can do 24 hours if you've been checking on roles frequently and you just want to see which ones are fresh. But let's put the past week. Show all results. It will filter it down. And then there are other options here. If you're looking for remote, the industries that you might be looking for. If you're looking for marketing, advertising, or digital marketing, they are there. Easy apply, which is what we're going to talk about right now. And then the experience level, if you're looking for entry, senior, manager, director, executive, it's all there. Employment type, if you're looking for part-time, contract, internship, full-time, volunteer, they're all there. The type of company, honey, if you're job gather, I believe it is a recruitment, it's an AI recruitment platform, if I'm not mistaken. And then in my network means that it has been, those are the companies that are within my network or within the people that I am connected to. Okay, so this is how it looks. Now, what we were talking about when it comes to easy apply or not. So easy apply looks like this. This is where it is a quick click and immediately you have been sent off to job moved to in progress. Which job has been moved to progress? I did not click on anything. Anyway, a quick click and your profile goes to Aventus. Aventus is a recruitment agency. So if I click on this, Aventus will receive it on their in their LinkedIn job platform, basically job folder, okay, job applicant folder. Then the next one is this one. Wait, oh, Carmen Perfumes is easy apply, sorry. Great, yes. Philips is looking for a business marketing manager. And so you will notice that there are certain jobs that have this. And when you click on this, it takes you to a different page. And it takes you to the Philips career page. And this is where you are now able to directly apply to the organization directly. So this is how it looks. There's a job there. They're telling you what they are looking for. Most times they will have what the business is about, what exactly is their culture. So you'll be able to get a whole lot more from the career page, okay? And then we will go back. So this is how the job section looks like. And that's what I was talking about. Don't just focus on easy apply, because you can imagine easy apply is easy for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to click, apply, and move on to the next one. But most people will avoid this one here because it takes them to a whole new page and then they have to fill in all those details. But you can imagine how many people are going to apply for this one. Normally the numbers that they show are not usually correct. I don't see it here. It usually tells you, oh yeah, it was at the top. It usually tells you how many applicants it has. So this one has 30. It's normally not correct, to be very frank with you. And especially since this one was 42 minutes ago, it's normally not correct, and I have tested it and I've checked it myself through my own system. But yeah, so far it shows you that there are 30 applicants there, as opposed to this one, it may not show you. It shows you over 100 people clicked apply, but that does not mean those people actually applied. LinkedIn has no way to track that. LinkedIn cannot track this number because some people will click on this, they will look at what is being asked of them, and they'll be like, oh, hell no, I don't want to refill my entire resume. I don't want to apply manually. And they'll be like, I'll do this at a later time. And most times people forget. And I'm talking, most times the people are me. I would forget when it comes to doing that. So this is how the system looks like. Another thing we're going to talk about, it's not just the job post section, but people's posts, people's feed, what people are posting to their network. This is such an important part. And that is why I keep highlighting that you need to network with people on LinkedIn. You need to connect with people on LinkedIn, people in your industry. You need to be in touch with them, follow them, connect with them, know what they're posting, and find people within your industry. You cannot afford to not follow people who are within your industry or in your field, because you would be missing out on so much. And I'm going to give you an example here. So for example, I am going to search for what has happened. Okay, I had not clicked on, okay. What is going on? I cannot type anymore. We're going to go to hiring in Dubai, okay? I have searched, literally put hiring in Dubai, and then I'm going to click on posts. We don't want jobs, we don't want people, we want posts, okay? So when you click on posts, it will show you the people who have either used this hashtag, hiring Dubai, and they have jobs posted, okay? So for the first one here, you can see this person has a link, and this is probably like a WhatsApp link, if I'm not mistaken. I cannot read that. We don't know what is going on here, but I'm assuming it is a WhatsApp link, okay? And they post jobs in those WhatsApp groups. And then this one is a proper job link, okay? Remember, we've already talked about this. This is not what I'm talking about. So you can scroll right past this. Unless it's a job you want, you can click on it. But the main purpose of why we are looking at this is for people like this. As you can see the difference here, this one has a link because they have shared a job that they posted. But this person here has not reshared a job. They have posted it on their feed to their network. And so if you are not following Shahrukh, or you're not connected in some way to Shahrukh, you would miss out on this particular role, okay? So this is just an example. Oh, let's go to Ritu. Ritu here has a job. They're looking for an executive assistant in Dubai. She's already written what exactly they're looking for. Over here, the requirements, if this sounds like you or someone in your network, comment interested to apply. Okay, if someone writes this, comment interested to apply, it's kind of fake, okay? It's kind of fake. There is absolutely nobody in this world who wants you to comment interested so you can show your interest. I don't know. I think she's just doing that for engagement. Let's look at Mohammed Fayaz. He is great. So Mohammed, if you want to join Noon and be a part of a fast space, they have a recruitment. So you can see here, Mohammed is sharing a recruitment day detail. So if you're not connected to Mohammed, you're in the operations space, you're not connected to Mohammed, you will not be able to know this. He has shared it with his network, right? So this is what I am talking about when it comes to posts. Connecting with people, following people, opens you up to roles that you may not have been aware of, okay? Over here we see Kin has a role. We are hiring restaurant operations, bartender, shisha maker. They have literally shared all of that. And then Kin has shared her email and said you can send your CV to, and you can see, look at the mirai.group. It actually, she has a credible organizational email address. And that is one thing that you need to watch out for. People who are using credible email addresses, not someone telling you, send it to Jonathan Waweru at gmail.com. You don't know if he's working for that company or not. You don't know that, okay? So over here you have another one. This one has posted a whole page of their roles. Send your CV on WhatsApp. I'm not sure about these WhatsApp type of jobs. I would much rather prefer someone has like an email address. But as you can see, you're seeing here, this is another one. Okay, this is another one. We are hiring for an executive assistant. They have a salary there. What the key responsibilities, and then interested candidates can what? Share their CV to Pia at Future Tense, and it is Pia herself who has told us about the job. So you see, there is so many options for you. This is another job. Veronica Morgado. They have a role for entertainer or entertainer supervisor. Entertainer sasa ni kazi aina gani? This is Dubai for you, honey. And then they have where you can send your CV to. That is what you need. So these are just examples for you on, you know, using not just the job section. This is a job section. Not only just using this, but also using the posts section. So you can actually put marketing hiring, marketing roles. You can just play around with some of the words, but this definitely shows you some of the roles in general that have been posted on people's feed that may not appear here. Okay? I hope that is helpful. This is such a good section for you to also check for jobs. Okay? Don't say I didn't tell you, because I'll be giving you the tips. You have to admit. I try. So there you go. Okay? Another thing that I really want to emphasize is networking. You know what I'm talking about. I have been singing this song for the longest time, and I want to insist on this because this is such a game changer. Okay? Now, this is going to be a very easy tip for everybody. So it's not one of those go talk to a random stranger and, you know, sweat your hands off. No, this is not what I mean. So when it comes to LinkedIn, let's say you are in sales and you want to use this tip to the maximum benefit. Sales is present in every single company. Majority of the organizations will have a sales team. So what it means, if I was you and I was in sales and I'm looking for a job and I'm looking to network on LinkedIn, I would write a full list of around 100 companies in the UAE. I would make a full list of 100 companies in the UAE. And then I would go to LinkedIn and I would find those organizations on LinkedIn and I would follow all of them. So remember, 100, okay? This is homework for you. 100. Let me put it here. Homework. In your industry, I want you to go find 100 organizations and I want you to follow 100 of them on LinkedIn, okay? Number 2, in that organization, there will be someone in recruitment. I want you to follow the person in recruitment. Follow. So if you, if it is, you know, the Hilton Group or the Intercontinental, you will find someone who is in the recruitment team. They will be in talent acquisition. Follow the people in talent acquisition in that organization. So let's say there's one person. I've given you an easy job. Just follow one person in recruitment in that organization. The second thing, if you are in sales or if you are in marketing or you are in supply chain, follow at least 3 people who are in that organization, who are in the department you want to be in. So if you are in sales, you will find a business development executive or a sales executive. You will find the sales manager and the sales director. I want you to follow them on LinkedIn, okay? Or send them a connection request, whichever one is easier for you. The follow button is easy. You can just click on follow and then you can later on send them a more thoughtful message on how to connect to them, okay? The other thing, follow one person in HR. HR manager, HR executive, it does not matter. Follow one person. So what does that mean by the end of this? Every single company, you should have at least followed 3 to 4 people. Okay? 3 to 4 people in each company, which means that you are now following 400 people, new people, it's 100, right? Yeah. 400 people in each of these companies, total, okay, who are in your field. You are following recruiters who are working in organizations you want to work in. You're following sales leaders and peers who are in organizations you want to work in. So that means that if you're following those people, if they post anything on their profile, you will see it if they post, especially if you're following people who are in, let's say, the sales manager and you're looking for sales. Most likely that person is going to post about the job in their department. You're in marketing, you follow the marketing director. If they post about a job or they share about a job, it will be for a job in your field. Network. That is the homework that I am leaving you with now. I need you to follow all those people and I need you to, after that, now you can slowly start engaging with them. Okay? Do that. Another underrated place where you can find jobs, I have talked about this one on my TikTok, but I'm going to share it with you very, very quickly. It is Google Jobs. Google Jobs is another platform that's absolutely amazing. Sorry guys, I am just literally here with so many screens open because I want to record everything for you. I want to record these screens in real time. So Google Jobs, I am just going to go directly into it. I hope you can see this. So let's search for jobs in Dubai. Actually, let's do jobs in UAE. And what will happen is that is going to pop up. And then I want you to come to this. There'll be a lot of other search options that will pop up. We will talk about those ones later, but this is the one that we want to look at. Okay, so this over here are all the jobs that will pop up that are in the UAE. So you'll have Dubai that will be there, Abu Dhabi will definitely be showing, and all of that. Okay, so jobs in the UAE, this is the Google jobs section. You can check the job type if you want full-time, apply, the date posted. You always want it to be recent, but not too recent that it only shows you very few options. So let's put the last week. These are all repeated. Job type we've selected, date posted we have selected, job type and all that. It's just a repetition. And then you can actually filter this down to, again, I'm going to use marketing. Actually, let's change it. Let's put sales. Sales jobs in UAE full-time in the last week. Okay, so those options are going to pop up. And as you can see here, a number of roles are going to show up for you. Different organizations, and they're picking them up, and it's being picked up from the internet, from various places on the internet. This is from Indeed. This is from Dubizzle. This is from Naukri. This is from Dubizzle again. Jubal, I don't know what Jubal is. Naukri Golf. We have Bayt.com. Okay. Majid Al Futtaim. This is from the career page of an organization. Glassdoor. Glassdoor is also a great place you can get jobs from. Bayt.com. I used to work at Bayt.com. It's a recruitment platform. And so you have all of these options here. And the good thing about using Google Jobs is that once you click on follow, you'd have to sign in. Once you sign in, it actually lets you create an alert that goes straight to your email address. So every morning you can put the alert to be daily or weekly. So every day you actually receive an alert from Google showing you all the jobs that, for the filter that you set up. All the jobs for the filter that you set up. Let's say if it was sales, let's say if it was marketing, let's say if it was supply chain, let's say if it was finance, whatever it is that you are looking for, it will send them to you directly to your email address. And it does not matter, it's not only for the UAE, it does not matter where your location is. You can put it for the location that you're interested in. So if you are looking for jobs in Portugal, Spain, Australia, Canada, it doesn't matter. You can actually try and use Google Jobs for that general support. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Another option for you are company pages. Company pages are such an amazing, job option, field for you. You can go directly to these companies, websites. For example, Emirates has a very good career page. If you're applying at Majid Al Futtaim, it has a very good career page. Apple, you go directly to their career page. You do not have to be sitting around waiting for them to post on LinkedIn or waiting for someone from the company to post on LinkedIn. Go to their career pages and apply from there. It's quite an easier process for you. It goes directly to the recruiters, especially if they have a career page. It means that they may have a platform where they can, a platform where people apply and they can view those profiles. So that is also a good option for you. Recruitment agencies. This is something else I've also talked about on my TikTok. But when it comes to recruitment agencies, there are various ones. There are those, especially if you're coming from Africa like I am, there are those that specialize in, we mainly call them manpower recruitment agencies, where they support you in finding jobs in certain countries, in certain industries. There are those ones. But when I'm talking about recruitment agencies, there are various ones. We have executive search that only focus on senior niche types of roles. And then there are the normal type of recruitment agencies. We're talking about Michael Page, Robert Walters, Hayes, Corn Ferry. Those are just examples of recruitment agencies out there. And you can go to those recruitment agencies' websites. They usually have career pages as well. And you can apply on their career pages. Or another thing that I have talked about previously, finding people who work in recruitment agencies, or finding those recruitment agencies, following them and following the people who work there, the agents themselves. So that is another way in which you can expand your network even further with people who post more about jobs. Other job platforms that you can use are more regional ones. And since I am in the Middle East, I will tell you about the ones that are here. So we have Bayt.com, Dubizzle, Golf Talent, Naukri Golf. Those are examples of regional job platforms that you can use as well in order to expand your search. And there are a lot of companies that prefer to use these ones. Maybe they want to find people who are more localized. They really want to focus on a more Middle Eastern experienced candidate. Even if you're outside the Middle East, it does not mean that you cannot try. Upload your profile, create a profile on these platforms, and apply to some of those jobs, okay? If you are open to remote work, these platforms are worth knowing as well. We work remotely, Remote OK, Wellfound, Flex Jobs, and then we have a couple of other options that you can use if you are remote searching. Number one, using the time zone as a search option. Some organizations put EMEA remote, MENA remote. You can actually use that. And then another thing to remember, remote jobs move very, very quickly because the candidate pool is global. So if you see a role that you want and you're qualified for, try as much as possible to apply on that very same day. When it comes to blue collar or frontline workers, using LinkedIn or other more white collar focused platforms may not be the best thing. This one requires a little bit of extra creativity, okay? If you can recall, when I was showing you some of the posts that are made on LinkedIn, you saw that someone had an option where you can click on it and it sent you to a WhatsApp group. So when it comes to frontline workers, especially in the Middle East, they use a lot of WhatsApp groups to advertise their role. So if they're looking for a driver or factory workers or utility operators, a lot of these companies would use a WhatsApp group to advertise their roles, okay? That is one. Other ones also use Facebook groups. So there would be Facebook groups that say driver jobs UAE. And once you join there, they usually advertise some of the jobs that they have for drivers. So you would really need to be creative in order to know about some of the blue collar worker platforms. They don't necessarily have them, but it would be good for you to know about a lot of them. The other ones that you would have, walk in directly. Some of the organizations would advertise their walk-in roles. When it comes to working within hotels recruit heavily through their own career pages, walk-ins and referrals. So it is very good to sometimes go to the hotels directly, find their HR department and share your CV, or even go to their career page and share. So do not wait for something to apply do not wait for something to be posted on a job board. You should go out there yourself. And then of course there are labor supply companies. Many workers in construction, warehouse, logistics, helper roles, they find work through labor suppliers and subcontractors. This is what back home we would refer to as agencies, but they're more like labor supply companies. If that is a space you are in, you should know which companies these are. It is very important for you to find out about them. Google what are the labor supply companies that I should know about, especially in your region. It would be very helpful for you. Whew, that is it. I have talked for so long. I'm sure you're done with hearing my voice. And that is not even an exhaustive list of the types of places that you can find jobs. You can actually use AI as well. You can create a prompt for your ChatGPT, for your Claude, for Gemini, to find these jobs for you, to scour the internet based off of your profile, and to give you the roles that match your profile and that you should apply for. So there are prompts for that. I think I'll find a prompt and I'll share that as well. If you're interested in an AI prompt, please let me know in the comment section and I will share one with you. But those are just examples of what you can use, right? You can imagine. I will tell you another thing that I did, and don't tell anybody. So, before I used to join some of these more, they were more specialized type of groups. For example, moms in Dubai groups. I am not a mom, but I used to join those groups because sometimes they would post jobs in there. Brits in Dubai. I am not a Brit, but I was in those groups, child. Russians in Dubai, child. Let me tell you something. You want me to to create a page as a white woman? I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. One of the jobs that I got was actually from the Brits in Dubai, group. And it's one of those jobs that I absolutely love, and those people are still friends, and we're still friends to this day. But that is just an example of the creative ways that you need to open yourself up to technology, by the way. This is all about knowing different ways to use technology, knowing different ways to connect with different people in order to open yourself up to opportunity. You cannot afford, in this day and age, to just be thinking traditionally, to think that, okay, this is the only place where I can apply for jobs. You need to expand your thinking, okay? So once again, if you want that AI prompt, more than happy to share it with you. Just let me know, hey Mo, just share the AI prompt with me, and I will do share, and I will, share it with you in the comment section. Have any questions? If you have any comments, if you'd like me to support you with anything, let me know. I'm always happy to support as much as I can. Anyway, wishing you a lovely day. Mwah! Stay blessed.